I don't know if surprise is the word. I really believed in how he wanted to approach it. I think bringing in good people that want to work hard is going to find success. And I think no matter, regardless of how things are going to go, we were going to find our way to be successful this year.
Jaden said throughout the year how important you've been just as like a friend, mentor, all those things. Is there anything different you say or do this week going into the second season, as DQ was calling it?
No, not at all. I think we preached it in the quarterback room, like just stick to our process. We'll find ways to continue to get better, and when Sunday comes around, we'll be ready to roll.
Huge matchup, man. What's it feel like to be heading into Wild Card Weekend?
It feels great, man. We came here, we put the work in. We got somewhere we said we were going to get to, and we're still working.
When you signed here, is this kind of what you envisioned with DQ and building something in Washington?
No doubt. I mean, when I got here, all I remember was the guy just saying, bro, we're going to be in this spot. And later down the line, we got here.
What's it mean to get another crack at Tampa? It was 4 months ago today, week 1.
For sure. It's everything, man. Them boys got us on our first game, so we got some get back to get.
You guys got close on Baker a lot that day.
Yeah, I mean, we know we got to stop the run, and once we do that, the pass going to be available, and that's one of our strengths.
Hi, guys.
Hey, you've obviously been here a long time. Now you're getting ready for a wild card game after a 12-win season. Yeah. How different does it feel? What's it feel like?
I'm kind of pumped because this is my first road playoff game, so really pumped to see that environment and things like that. And then, I'm sure Tampa can say the same thing too, of like things for week 1, things how it went for them and how their season has transpired, the things they learn about themselves. And this is kind of a fun part of the playoffs is we played them once a long time ago, and we feel like we have a great identity. And I know fellow Sooner of mine, Baker Mayfield over there, he's pretty dang good, pretty competitive. And so it's one of those things you just get ready for this week. And so cool how Coach frames it of just this week we win this week and we move on. But it's just fun to be this hyper-focused on one game. And I know you try and do that throughout the regular season, but it is a different animal in the postseason.
Speaking of the quarterbacks, earlier today DQ said something about Jaden Daniels is like an X factor.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
I think you guys have watched every single game this year. The dude, I don't even know if anybody has a real definition of the X factor. I'm not a big definition guy, but whatever it is, that dude has it. And when we got number 5 on the field, 1, it's a lot of fun to watch, and 2, you just feel pretty good. So,
what about personally for you? I mean, you've been through the darkness of this franchise.
Well, I don't like calling it the darkness because of how much fun I've had with all the guys in this locker room, the fans in this area, and things like that. I will tell you that experience of the Falcons game on Sunday Night Football and the environment that our fan base gave us for a home game for us to clinch, I am so thankful to have made it to that point, to see that, of like the community and the city and everybody behind us. That was unbelievable. And the one I remember the most is when we're losing at halftime, like how behind us they were. Like they were still applauding, they were cheering us on, and that is, I'm getting kind of chills thinking about it. That's the cool stuff.
Wild Card Week, man. How does this feel?
It feels great, man. My third season, first opportunity in the playoffs, man. I'm excited, man. Can't wait, actually.
At the beginning of the year, is this what you kind of hoped this team would achieve?
Oh, yeah, man. From everything that happened from the time, DQ was hired to the time AP came in, and, every single move they made from that point on to just, show us how much they cared about just changing this place around. That was the beginning, and, we worked our butts off, and, look, we here now.
DQ specifically talked about your pass pro earlier this week. How much are the little things what's going to make the difference going to Tampa for a wild card game?
The little things always show up in big moments, and I think it's important that you always try to find a way to stay ahead of the little things. So, so when I talk about pass pro, I'm not saying that I'm not on top of my pass pro. I'm just saying that, obviously in this time, you don't want those little things to show up, especially in these critical times, in these critical games. So that's why I got to just be my best. I got to play my best.
This is going to be your first career playoff game. How exciting is that for you?
Very exciting. I really don't even know how to feel yet. Probably not going to quite get the feeling until I get there and just start feeling that atmosphere. But I know it's going to be a great atmosphere, and I'm built for these moments for sure.
Running the football is so important in the playoffs. So How would you kind of describe where the run game is at right now?
I think we're right where we need to be. We know who we are, and we know what we got to do. And I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to just go and show people what type of running team we have. And I couldn't think of a better opportunity than now.
Some guys have been around for, like yourself, have been around for some dark years here. What does it mean after all that, after everything you've been through, to be able to play in a playoff game finally?
It just means like anything is possible when you have the right mindset and you treating the process right. And I feel like everybody from the head down has been doing everything to just stay along that process or whatever it was going to take for us to turn this place around. And we did it. And now it's just up to us to maintain and keep it upright.
How's it working with Anthony Lynn? How's he helped you? How's he helped you elevate your game to get to where you want to go?
It's been great. He's a very relatable person. You can talk to him about anything. He's a sponge. He's very, very wise. And, he's been around the game. He's been around ball for years. He's played the running back position. So a lot of the things that he coached and the tips that he leave us with is, based off real experiences. So it's easy to relate to. So been very helpful to me since day one.
B-Rob, you told me a couple weeks ago that you want guys to get used to this winning and the success you guys are having here. Winning a playoff game for the first time in 20 years, how big of a step would that be for that process you've been talking about?
Man, that's important, and I think that this is an opportunity for guys to really, get that feeling and to know what it feels like, so that we don't ever want to lose that feeling. We want to, make that, the new norm, and we know we can do it. Now we just got to go do it. Just prove it to ourselves.
And I know probably since the second you got here, you've been waiting for this moment to play in and win a playoff game. So how excited are you for it? I know you guys are focused on being ready for the game, but is there a level of, I'm ready to run through a wall and play and win this thing?
It's the calm before the fire, if you know what I mean. Just attacking the process, doing all the little things, throughout the week to just make sure that I'm on top of my game and attacking my process, with a winning mentality. And no doubt by Sunday I'll be ready to run through a brick wall or two,
Is it nice to get another crack at Tampa week 1 to get, they got you back in September, but to have your first playoff game be against those guys and to show maybe how much of a different team you guys are at this point?
It's a great opportunity. It come back around full circle. We played them week 1, right when we had just put our team together. We didn't quite know where we were. They had an experienced roster over there, guys that's familiar with playing with each other, and we played them well. We know exactly, how we lost that game, and we're a completely different team from week 1. It's first week of the playoffs, and it's a great opportunity, to get another shot at them.
He's just a quarterback who's gonna play hard. He got a lot of moxie about himself. He's gonna try to make those big plays. He's gonna try to extend plays, and I think he's a good person that team rallied behind. So we just have to try to contain him.
What's it mean to have a road playoff game?
It's going to be a first for me, so it ain't nothing, man. We just got to wake up in the hotel room with our piss hot, ready to go.
And then when you look at this Tampa offense, the weapons, they like to make big plays, but they can also run the ball really well. How do you balance your attack of trying to get to Baker and slow that run game down?
Oh, man, just like you said, we got to – first it starts with just stopping the run. We got to be – discipline in our run gaps, and just got to put down that run, and then we can try to make them one-dimensional.
You guys got really close to bringing Baker down week 1, and he just kept squirreling out. What do you do differently this week?
Just bring our feet. Our coaches, they always preach is extra steps. So when we get to them, we just got to bring that extra step to close out on them and wrap them up and bring them down.
You were in that playoff game back in 2020. What is the difference between a playoff game and a regular season game? Kind of the intensity, the physicality. Describe it for us.
Shoot, it's a win or go home type mentality, man. So a lot of guys going to be out there playing the hardest ball they got, just because if you lose, you go home, and nobody wants to do that.
Biadasz almost tripped.
This franchise, you've been here a long time. What do you think a playoff win, because they haven't had a playoff win since 2005, Daron. What do you think that would mean for the fan base and for this franchise?
My thing is just going to light a fire behind everybody. It's going to mean a lot to just a lot of people that's been just sticking along the road. I know I've been here through a lot of tough times and stuff, but this is going to mean a lot to our progression and what we've been doing and putting together as a team.
Let's start with your health, man. How you feeling?
Good. Feel great.
Was that a preventive thing to make sure you're ready to go this week, last week, or how do you feel going into Tampa?
No, I was close. Then I just couldn't be able to go last week, but no, I'll be ready to go.
How frustrating does it get for a guy like you to miss 2 of the last 4? A guy that's just been such a, you push through seemingly everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely tough. I think, as a competitor, but at the same time, talking to the trainers, talking to the medical staff, I think we made the right decisions in both scenarios, and, I'm going to be ready for this game.
Tyler, you've played in playoff games before. What are these games like? Kind of describe it for us.
Great atmospheres, especially when you go on the road. We always talk about road warriors and our brotherhood going up into Tampa. So exciting, definitely exciting. And like I said before, we're going to be ready.
You played these guys in week 1. What can you learn from that game?
We can learn a lot. I mean, you have the whole season after week 1, right? There's a lot of film on them. But at the same time, like we learned a lot about ourselves too. And we always keep it about us, though. At the same time, like we know, relative of like what they like to do and everything like that throughout the whole, 17 other games. But at the same time, it's gonna be about us executing.
It's not a one-on-one matchup per se. Vita Vea is obviously a guy who can wreck a game plan. How do you prepare for a guy like that, and how much do you look at what happened week 1 as you prep for this?
Yeah, I think a lot of film study, but also I played him like a good amount of times too. So experience definitely helps too. But yeah, film study is a lot of great stuff there, and but also the look teams and just working on a lot of things that they do or with the stuff for like matchups and everything like that.
Is that D-line a lot different with Vea and Cansey? I don't think he was there in that week 1 matchup.
No, both great players. Definitely respect them, and like I said before, like we're gonna be prepping.
You've been here a couple of years now, playoff game on the road. What's it feel like in the building right now?
Honestly, it's the same feeling. I mean, we're extremely excited, but at the end of the day, we're going to work like we've been working all week or all year, and we're going to take it one day at a time.
How hard is it to balance, hey, it's our process that got us here. We got to keep our process going with, this is a different beast. This is the second season. This is Wild Card Weekend.
I mean, it's not very hard, what I'm saying. For us, it's just another game. We got a band in the room, anybody, anytime, anywhere, and, they're just the next game.
Chris, running the football is so important in the playoffs. How would you describe where the run game is at right now for you guys?
I mean, I think it's in a good spot. I think Cliff is going to put us in the right place to go out there and produce. And as far as in the playoffs, it's important. I mean, I wouldn't know. This is my first time, so.
But you've watched games, obviously. You've watched playoff games and be able to be a part of this and kind of know how important it is to kind of control the line of scrimmage, run the football. Has that been a point of emphasis this week?
Not really. I would just say it's the same thing we do every week. Week to week. We're going to go out there and we're going to play our best football. We need to do one thing better than we did last week. We got keys to victory, and we're going to go out there and do those.
Welcome back to All Ears. Always appreciate getting to talk to Commanders wide receivers coach Bobby Ingram. There's a lot for us to cover. You've had a birthday. Yeah. Your Penn State and Nittany Lions are in the Final Four. And Terry McLaurin just set a new franchise single-season touchdown record. Let's start with Terry. How happy are you for him to etch his name into something pretty important?
Yeah, and we're in the playoffs. So
I forgot to mention that.
As a team, but I'm really happy, excited for our team. But personally for Terry, just a guy that's worked really hard and has done a lot of stuff to grow since I've been here in 2 years, and well-deserved. I mean, helping our team win is first and foremost. He's a humble guy, but I'm happy to see him be able to achieve that while we won the game.
And what does it say about your group? I mean, Terry's the leader, but throughout the year, you've dealt with injuries. You bring Noah in late in the process, and then you lose Noah. I mean, you guys have just stayed steady. You bring Crowder back late. What have you developed in your wide receiver room that everybody's ready when their name's called?
Yeah, I think it starts with the team and our mentality and our approach. The coach that DQ has set, next man up, and I fall in line with that. And myself, Andre, we work hard in terms of like extra time, meeting room film, the walkthroughs that Cliff has us go through. It's all of us, right? And everybody's putting in the work, and it ultimately falls on the guys that have to go out there and play. Those guys, it means a lot to them. So they study, they have questions, and they come ready and prepared to help this team win.
And what does it say? You've been here a few years. You guys are able to get to the wild card, win 12 games. What does it say about what you've built and are building here?
You know, I think it's a great foundation first and foremost, and it starts with Adam and Lance and all the personnel guys, just really bringing in talented guys, and the culture that we're building and how we want to play the game, right? And then guys, we have ultimate competitors on this team, and to be able to flip it like this has been pretty special. It's been pretty cool to be a part of, and I'm excited to see what we can do going into the playoffs.
Does it help a wide receiver room when you get a quarterback like Jaden?
He's a special guy, man. Yeah. Very talented. Of course, he makes all of our jobs easier, and it's been fun to watch him grow. But the main thing is guys are humble, they work hard, they're competitive, they care about this team, they care about each other, and I believe that really shows.
I think you see it when guys like OZ start to step up. Crowder comes back. And even a younger guy like McCaffrey is a rookie where maybe the stats don't pop. What I hear at practices and in the locker room is just the work these guys put in, the blocking they put in, just the willingness to be a part of a larger whole.
Yeah, it's about winning at the end of the day, and they realize, they want to be complete receivers, whether that's catching passes, blocking in the run game, the screen game, blocking for each other. It's just, at the end of the day, guys are, like I said, ultra competitive, and they want to do whatever they can do to help this team win. And it comes back to those guys really being professional, working hard to prepare to make sure whether it's 5 plays or 50 plays, they're ready when their number's called.
Speaking of winning, your Penn State Nittany Lions do have a big opportunity Thursday night against Notre Dame. How you feel about the game? How you feel about the season Penn State's put together?
I don't get to watch much of the games. I catch it when I can when we're traveling. I think it's going to be a classic, two classic college matchups with Notre Dame and Penn State and Ohio State, Texas. I think this is what all of us, college football fans, the college football world has wanted for a long time, right? A playoff system in Division I, just to settle it on the field. Sure. So I'm excited,
It's an all-time helmet game. Penn State and Notre Dame, those are two classics.
Right. They'll come to play, man. It'll be fun to watch. I'm excited to watch the game.
And then having a birthday, what was your birthday wish?
A
couple big games this week.
I don't know if I had one, to be honest with you. I'm just grateful to see another year.
That's the right attitude.
And enjoy it with my family. And anytime I'm working on my birthday, that's a good thing this time of year.
That's definitely good. Thank you very much, Coach.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
I think he's seen a lot. He's been through a lot, and he knows what it takes to win. So just really leaning on him and just keeping my ears open to everything he says, just listening, and just seeing what I could take from him and his game and just trying to be better.
Specific to his leadership and his experience, I mean, he's got a lot of playoff experience too. Did you lean on that at all this week, or did you approach it just like you have throughout?
I think I pretty much approached it the same. I don't think too much was really different.
How ready are you for a playoff matchup, for this opportunity and kind of the next level of your NFL career?
Yeah, man, I've been waiting for an opportunity like this. I know it's my second year in the league, but I mean, my last year in college, I won 8 games, and before that, it was like 4 wins, 2 wins. So just to be in this position, man, is special. And just being around these guys is special. Just having this opportunity is special. So just not taking a moment for granted and just trying to go 1-0 every week.
Did you have any expectations for how successful you guys would be in year 1 after sort of overhauling the roster?
I think, the most important thing for us was just taking it one step at a time, just continuing to build, improve through OTAs, through camp. And I think that has given us this opportunity now to be in this position. And when you look back, it's like everything we went through has really just molded us. And everything was learning experiences. And, just taking something from every moment and just applying it.
I know Quinn has preached brotherhood and having a standard. How has he kind of brought that out in you guys? How has he helped you guys find that?
Man, that's been his thing since he stepped foot in the building. So I think, we've always leaned on that, our brotherhood and just doing it for the guy next to you. I think it's been special. And even, in those tough moments throughout the season, we just leaned on our brotherhood and leaned on the guy next to us. And I just know we was never in it alone, and just continuing to get better and stay together as a team in this locker room.
Inactive last week. I saw the conversation with DQ. Didn't seem like you were thrilled, but understood. How ready are you to get back on the field?
Man, I was ready. Yeah, it was definitely tough last week, man, just not being out there. I think you go through the whole week preparing and just want to see your preparation come to life. And just not having the opportunity to do that because of a illness was definitely frustrating. But, man, I'm ready to get back out there.
Made it this far, but now I'm in the position and in the moment, just trying to embrace that and be where my feet at and, go for it.
And you get another crack at Tampa, kind of full circle. Week 1, you started the season against Tampa, and here we are in the playoffs. What can you learn from that Week 1 game?
A lot, man. We learned a lot about ourselves and just, the little things. Doing our job is the main simple thing in that game. But we ain't the Week 1 team that we was in the first of the season. So we came a long way, and we're excited to head in this game.
Stopping the run has kind of been a storyline with this defense.
Yeah.
How do you kind of improve that when it means the most in the playoffs?
Just like doing our jobs. Everybody doing their 1/11th, being in our gaps, making our fits, making our hits, tackle, lower our tackling target a little bit, and we'll be all right.
Frankie, you play in a violent fashion in a very physical game. How much more do you have to draw on this week after everything you've been through in the regular season?
I think everything and more. These are the times, and I'm not in the regular season no more. So, the taking care of your bodies and for me to be in a position to play more how I play and having the guys to do their thing is just it's going to take all of us. And I know the guys are ready and. We're slowly sharpening our sword and get ready for battle.
That team just a totally different team, a team that grew, a battle-tested team. We were way better than what we was that first game, and just really cool just to be able to see the first game and see where we at now. It's just definitely a confidence booster, and definitely be ready to go on Sunday for sure.
Dante, you've played in playoff games before. What is the difference between a regular season game and a playoff game? Take us through the inside the lines, like the physicality, the intensity. Describe playoff game for us.
Just more fast, more physical, super fast. Guys definitely be ready to go. Definitely on the mental aspect on it, you definitely want to just be sharp in what you do. You don't really want to have too many mistakes. Not too many margins for errors and things like that. So you just want to be on top of it, mentally sharp, body ready to go, because it's definitely going to be a fast and a physical game.
In that Week 1 game against Tampa, you guys pressured Baker. I mean, you got to him, but you just couldn't bring him down.
Yeah.
How do you fix that?
Just gotta lower our targets when we try to get him down, not leave our feet and take the extra step, because he's definitely a dog competitor and definitely looking to break the first tackle. So we just got to make sure we hold on to him for sure.
Dante, how tough is it? How many near sacks, actual sacks that have been called back to just keep turning the other cheek and saying, I got to lower my target, all these things? Like, how hard is it, and how can that impact you going against a dude like Baker that's so hard to get down?
Guy like me, I'm not going to, slow down, but I'm definitely going to lower my target. Just, when I'm going to tackle him, just make sure I lower my target and make sure I don't tackle or touch the top of their heads or their face masks and things like that. So it's definitely ways you can go about it, and definitely working on that for sure.
I'm trying to start a social media campaign that's #EndQuarterbackCoddling. I don't know if I would have your support, but I think it's ridiculous, some of these calls. And
yeah,
you might not want to say much.
No, I'm not going to say too much, but I would like some of your things on your pages if you made one, for sure.
Dante, you guys have had so many big moments this year. The Hail Mary. You personally had your big touchdown. There's so many things, first time since 1991 for this team. But to play in this playoff game this week, to have a chance to deliver the first playoff win to this fan base in almost 20 years, what does that mean to you guys?
That means a lot. Just being able to be part of something special like that. So, it'd be really cool. So, man, I can't wait to go out there on Sunday, be able to play and put on for the DC and this community.
And then in terms of the emotions, B-Rob said he's ready to run through a brick wall or two. How do you feel for your emotions-wise for this one?
I just take it as, the next game and things like that. Things are definitely going to be a little bit different, amped up a little bit more. But it's not my first rodeo being in the playoffs, so I know how to go into things and treat things. But I'm definitely super excited because I have a bad taste in my mouth from last year when we got blew out with the Cowboys against the Packers first round. We definitely wasn't expecting that. So, with these type of times and moments like that, you don't know when the next time you're going to be able to go back to a playoff. So the fact that I'm here now, I definitely want to go out there and, play every snap like it's my last.
And then real quick, we've heard this from so many people, but how glad are you to be in Washington, specifically with this team, with this group?
Oh, man, it's an honor just to be here in Washington. I'm super happy to be here, just to be part of the first, stepping stone and, building blocks. I could say that I was one of the guys that, kind of built the bricks to what's finna happen here, which would be very special for the next years ahead of us. But man, just to be here right now and just to see how we was at the beginning of the year and see how hard we worked to come together and see where we at now, it's definitely an honor and a blessing to be a player for the Washington Commanders.